me mixed signals. Let's be honest, you want some dick, yeah. Or you don't. I don't know.
Baby, you got what I need. But you say I'm just
Nah.
You say I'm just
Fuck out of here.
Stop playing with me.
It's Hoffa, trapper turn smack rapper. Only smack rapper that you know is smack rapper.
What you think about Cenat?
Cenat?
Yeah.
I think what he's doing is dope.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You fuck with him?
I fuck with him. But I do probably feel like I don't fuck with him.
Wow.
Because I said some shit that went viral where I was like, you know, you ain't gonna be a young nigga forever. This was around the time Killer Mike won a Grammy for Michael. And he was like, who the fuck is Killer Mike?
I remember.
And I was like,
He said that? I remember,
yeah, he said that. And I was like, damn, that's fucked up. Like, how you don't know the niggas that came before the niggas that you fucked with. And I feel like that's important because there's some white boy in Minnesota that know who started hip hop, what year, and blah, 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 blah. But we be the only ones kind of acting like that shit old, like fuck that shit. And you ain't gonna be a young nigga forever.
Who's
You know
passing on the information though?
I feel like since I said that,
niggas tapping in?
Kevin Hart tapped in. And I feel like there's an education going on. Maybe I could be wrong. I could be wrong, but like people like Bootsy Collins and all that shit is being like, this is what came before you. If you're gonna play this lane, this is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I respect that, but I hope Kai, if you out there, I hope you don't feel like I don't fuck with you, bro. I just made a statement on that one situation where I felt like, and it probably come from like my son, like, you know what I'm saying?
No, a lot of the new generation kind of has that cadence of has that vibe of, like, remember back then when, what was it? Was it Young Thug or somebody didn't know the Biggie lyrics?
No.
The most big.
Rich Homie Quan?
Rich Homie Quan. Shout out to Rich Homie Quan because he broke that whole situation down on the show.
The biggest thing, right? You know, like that was a big deal.
Yeah, and people cooked them for that.
Yeah,
I mean,
that was bad.
as should.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
Like,
bad. Like, but then, like, who thinks that's important? He obviously did it, right? Like, you know, at the time, or like a lot of people
he knew it was important. He's just.
But they don't listen to Biggie in Atlanta.
That's another thing too,
right? But like, if he's a certain staple in hip hop, right? As he's saying, you should know your history, right? This is the lane you're choosing. He's somebody that's legendary, no matter where you're from. Obviously, everybody knows who he is, what he's about, like, you know, what role he plays in hip hop.
Right.
Then basically what he's saying, they should know that.
Kind of.
Even, bro, not even to know that you performing that, not even to bother to like
No.
figure it out.
I can't let you say that because he said he
spoke
did
about
practice.
It. What did he say? Practice.
He said he practiced and he just went blank.
He went blank?
Like he said one line and he went blank.
Nigga, it's Biggie lyrics.
Right.
How you gonna blank on Biggie
that
lyrics?
was the first time he had to hear
but
it.
I know, but you know what though? Certain demographics, if it might have been an Outkast a song on their first album,
like that.
he might have knew that, like, you know what I'm saying? So
like,
it is a little different. We from New York, we take that, especially a Biggie or a Jay-Z lyric, like those nostalgic verses. For us, it's just.
I might have not done the interview. I mean, not done the performance. Like, yo, I'm about to.
No.
fuck
Out of
this
respect,
up.
he did it because Kim asked him.
Right.
So what do you do?
Out of love.
You practice.
Out of love. Right. Some people mess up their own lyrics. Keep it a buck.
But we like. Do you feel like that's just limited to hip hop? Because there's other genres, right? And I don't really, you know, I'm not familiar, but like are other genres, when the new wave comes in, are they not paying homage to the people before them?
That's
what
I'm saying.
We don't know. Other genres,
I don't think they can.
those acts can be 50 years old and still touring. See, hip hop is the only genre that tries to stay young.
That's not it. No, because I got
Try
to debate.
to. I feel like
I'm
we're
saying
breaking
a
out.
lot
A
of these barriers are broken, though.
50+ rappers are touring.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Like
Like,
LL
they're
dropping
going-
the album.
No, they are.
50
What I'm
just
saying is
had the biggest selling tour.
No. Definitely. What I'm
49.
saying is they're trying to keep hip hop a young sport, and I feel like we're finally breaking the mold because hip hop is generally young.
Right.
But we're finally breaking the mold where it's like, no, we can still make money 40, 50 years old.
But I think Jay-Z had a lot to do with that. Jay-Z made it like okay to be older and be in hip hop, because before that everybody was like, "Oh, you old still rapping? You 50 still rapping?"
Well, he
and
just
we
still
know
rapping.
that. He was
But
the
it ain't
first
just
one.
Jay-Z.
He was the first one to really make it like a topic.
No, it was LL.
Really? Because I never
was
see him
LL.
publicly talking about it as much
LL
as
just
Jay-Z
dropped the album
did.
this week.
He just dropped the album. You got to give that to LL
No, I mean,
because
LL, he
you
got a
talking
credit
about
for a lot
somebody
of
who's
shit.
been in the game since
Yeah,
a
he's a credit
teenager.
for
Every
everything.
era.
Yeah,
Like
Every era.
The first artist signed to Def Jam.
right. But I mean, I know. For me, Jay was always the one saying like, "Yo, like, why is it that Aerosmith is this old still touring?" He was one of the first people to kind of brought it to my attention years ago, and I thought it had some truth to it. But as long as you still grow with your talent, I think he's one of the people who grew with his talent. Like he aged with his
subject
music.
matter, you mean?
Correct. He didn't continue to talk about what he was talking about when he was 20.
Right.
And I feel like he found, for me, because even older rappers now still kind of talk about what kids are talking about. And you even see it happening. Like, I see some of my friends like, yo, like, you just get a collab with this teenager, it's gonna be what's popping. And I'm like, I hate you. What is this? Like, you sound stupid on this fucking drill record.
Sound very forced.
You sound very stupid.
It depends on how it's done.
A 1 and a 2. I'm on this drill record too. Like, it's no, bro. You sound crazy.
It depends
But
on how
I wish
it's done.
everybody would grow kind of with their music.
But I don't think that we should like burn the bridge to the younger generation.
No,
I think
hell
collaboration should happen.
Yes, but stay you.
Stay
That's what
you.
I think. Always
I
stay
agree.
you. Stay genuine throughout anything you do.
So who was the person
that collabed with the younger
collabed
crowd?
with the younger person?
Most shit, I probably think everybody I know has done that at least once.
Right, but who was the one that was like, yo, 2 years ago?
No, I mean, I don't know.
I just want to know.
I just see it often. It's just so often. It's no one in particular, but it's just everybody who does it. And, you know, my girl always tells me, like, yo, like, why you not doing this or whatever? And I'm just like, I fucking hate hearing it. So, I would do it as long as it's genuine to what I do and what I've always done. And it sounds right, then cool, I'll do it. But I'm not going to jump on it just because the kids is doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, no. If it's fire, if it sounds good, and I sound good on it, yeah, let's go, you know? Because I'm super educated. Like, I know every genre. There's nothing I don't listen to, deadass. Right. So I'm very in tune with everything. So I do like to tap in even to the, you know, the newer people, even though I don't like everything. Obviously, no one does. But, you know, it's nice to hear, but, you know, I can't really, I wish I would. Just sometimes I wish I did have the ability to do what some people do by trying to, like, kind of fit in spaces.
But for some reason, it just doesn't sound.
No, it's not even that. It's
right.
just I don't want to do. I would never force a record. That's what I'm trying to say.
Right.
I wouldn't hear something that I'm like, you know what, I don't like this.
Right.
I wouldn't force myself to do it just because it's popular. And maybe, hey, that might be my downfall. That might be, hey, you can't, you know, fit into what's right. But I always felt like, and even you said it a couple times that you heard the quote for somebody else, like, if you follow the trends, it's just not what it is. Like,
yeah, you're not making real fans.
Yeah,
You're just gathering fans of a trend.
Correct, correct. And I'm not that. Like, I'm never gonna try to gather fans from a trend. Like, if you're a fan of Fit, it's because you like what I bring to the table every time I come to the table.
Right.
Not because I'm jumping on some shit and trying to fit in with your flow and doing what you do.
Well, I
that's
feel
just
like
me.
I'm gonna say shout out to Sosa Geek, shout out to Lupe. So
Yeah.
we got a joint together. It's fire, and the generational gap is pretty wide on that show.
I feel like for me, like when I went into the process of making like my last few projects, I'm in a different space because I have a son that's actually rapping now. And he's on the drill wave, and he's got his own momentum. And without me ever influencing him to rap, like I never told him to rap. He just came to me one day and was like, listen to this. And I seen what he was doing. Now, I would bring him around to the studio once he got older, where he would sit in the studio with me. And when I started working on my projects, I felt like I could always rap, but I always felt like being an independent artist, beat selections are like something that we might have obstacles with, because it's like you want to find a good beat, find a good sound, find a good vibe that people identify with your music. Yeah. So what I used to do was I would ask my son, fuck with this beat. I would get his opinion on what sounds, and my son would tell me like, nah, that shit sound boom bap, too boom bap. Like, and then sometimes I'll play a beat and he'll be like, my niggas will fuck with that beat. Rap on that. So I would still not try to force a drill record, but I would pick certain records that can balance it both, and it helped me create my sound to where my projects were becoming a lot more cohesive. So I credit him with that. Like, I used it to my advantage. I said, yo, you know what? Let me get a younger ear. You know what I mean? He knows what I do. I see what he does. And that little collaboration, like, helped my streams increase significantly. Where people, no one says, oh, core force in the music. No, people actually stream me daily. So it's like, all right, cool. My numbers have shown that. And I'm like, yo. So, you know, he talks shit sometimes. He'd be like, you owe me.
No, I think you did
but
find
it's
your
true,
sound.
you know what I'm saying?
I think there's like a, you did find your sound where you can hear something, you'd be like, that's a core record, or like core would jump on that. Like, this is like a core sound for sure.
I wanted to ask you, you said drill, right? And you know, I interview a lot of drill rapping kids, and I can't say kids, they're, you know, grown adults, right? So, you know, but they talk a lot about the dead, bro. And, you know, as a father, like, how, like, you know, how do you coach him, or do you tell him not to talk? Like,
they say money change niggas. If you a real nigga, ain't gonna change much about you. But it will bring some snakes around you. Pray for counsel when you find out what that cake amount to.
Let's go.
Lord, I'm so thankful for your blessing. I ain't stressing, cause I'm focused on the cash route. Satan's still working overtime, but I pay him no mind, and that's probably what he mad about. I be hopping on planes, touching clouds, while these haters and these thirsty ass bitches trying to grab clout. Praying to you, please keep the police off me if I ever gotta take one of they ass out.